Okay, guys, welcome back. So I'm not going to give a promo, so I'm just going to roll right into these videos because, like I said, a lot of these are really, really short. So this is going to tie into, I don't know the name of the video, but it's the one that has the balls. And it's a kind of like a, what is it called, Lord? Sacred geometry pattern. So, and it's talking about Jezz having um, five links, five links, you know, to reach her. So the Lord is tying these puzzle pieces together, y'all. So I was sitting the other day and I heard the Lord say clearly, He said 6 degrees of separation. And I was like, Lord, what is this in reference to? And He showed me the video. So what are you seeing is this. In the center is the queen bee, okay? And that's, or queen bee, which is the Judge spirit. And she has around her this, was it 5 degrees of separation? She is the 6th degree of separation. So to penetrate, y'all, they've been fighting this stuff forever, and I'm feeling everything right now. I got my nose, my allergies, everything. So, I think I was sneeze. No. So to penetrate the nucleus, okay, which is the queen bee, um, you got to go through those 5 degrees of separation. But remember, in each of those little balls that come, there's people around them. So, and spheres of influence. And what I said is, I've mentioned this before, 3 mile radiuses of influence too. So you also have to cover, I thank you, Holy Spirit, ground, ground, findings and things like that because it allows atmospheric control, different things in reference to that. But it also encompasses, and I said this before, I think, if not, I'm going to explain it. So this encompasses when you go to, oh, I did in the previous video. So this encompasses toilet magic, going to work and things like that. So all those things have to be covered in prayer and intercession prayer because those things are playing into, um, how do I explain it, Lord? Spheres of influence is what he's saying, as well as, oh, okay, got it. Portals, marked portals is what he called it. They're playing into marked portals and entry access points is what the Holy Spirit is saying. Um, and when you walk on the ground, I'm experiencing it. I trust me. So, that's not including if you have someone in your family and if you have, roommates or you have whatever. Those, those are open, unfortunately, doorways and stuff like that. So, also where you're going. This is also a part of the reason why the Lord is giving you specific instructions and sometimes, lately, and don't go here, go here, don't. There's a reason for it. Follow those instructions. Okay, there is a reason for it. Okay. Oh, I saw that, Lord. I saw that very clearly. So there is a reason for it specifically. So follow those instructions. He just showed me in my vision something happening like the night before at midnight. And then a child of God was going to go, and God was like, don't go here. And they had done a ritual, and they wanted the child of God to walk into the ritual because of the monitoring spirits they still have on that particular child of God. So pay attention and listen and follow the Holy Spirit's instructions. They're for a reason. Okay, because you can avoid unnecessary warfare is what he's saying to say. So follow the instructions. Okay, they're given to you specifically for a reason. Okay, so he said 6 degrees of separation. So I saw that too, Lord. Ah, it's code, I guess. I don't need to understand. I heard him say air raid, and I saw like bombs falling from the air and hitting the 6 degrees of separation. So whoever that's for you. Okay, it's probably for a group of y'all. I see like I can't give the number. It's for some of y'all. So, um, is there anything else, please? Oh, I'm trying to tell y'all this stuff is crazy. Shh. Let me. I need a lipstick right on that. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all what the Lord just showed me. He just said it's a military. He just showed me like a military tactic. So, and he spoke something. So what he said was, he showed me, okay, so he said to explain what I saw, vision. So I saw the queen bee when she was eating, right? And she was surrounded by her worker bees. And when she was eating, he was talking about the bombs, but then he showed me, he spoke a military tactic, which is, I don't know what it's called, Lord, but I'm just going to explain it. So in military, from what I understand, and I don't know because I don't barely watch cable and all that. Like I don't have it. But I remember years ago there was probably some movie that I watched, and in this movie, in order to take the guys out, the bad guys, um, in war, what they did was they went in and they shut down their food supplies and the food route so that they couldn't get food into them, and they were like isolated. Oh, it makes sense. Pods. He said pods. Y'all, I'm trying to tell you. I'm so blind. I'm surprised he's too. So, pods, which is what we just talked about, the warlock pod, but he's talking specifically about the Jezz. So it's Ahab and by that name by the blood of the lamb. That spirit and the Jezz spirit. So, I'll just call him Ahab. Mess up his name too. So, um, the pods, they're like pods. So the diagram looks like a pod, is what he's saying. So he said, um, in this military tactic, what they do is if y'all never seen it, so if a person is isolated in the pod, they'll go in or isolated on a battlefield, right? And let's just say the battlefield, they got to bring in supplies, is what the Holy Spirit saying to say, because y'all, they got to bring in supplies. So he said, take take it out, take out the queen and the king when they're feeding. Y'all, that's for somebody. So what they would do is they would cut down the supplies, the feeding supplies, the food supply is what he's saying to say. Cut down the food supply. That's a whole nother thing. We're gonna get into a portion of that in the next video. So cut down the food supply, and then I heard that too. He said also the medical. What is it, Holy Spirit? Medical supply. Like they would cut down the medics coming in. So when they were injured, they couldn't repair themselves. You cut down the medics too. That's for somebody, whoever that's for, that's for you. Okay. I see how many. So, um, cut that out. Is there anything else, Holy Spirit? Okay, I don't understand this. I ain't got to. I just gotta get the word. Y'all. So he just showed me warping in my vision, the queen bee. And she had like it was almost like she was partly human but not. So she's a queen bee and she's going to go get her little bees, her baby bees, is what he's saying to say. He said, and that point too. And she's taking them from daycare, and he said, take them out, man. Yeah, I don't know who this is for. This is for somebody. I'm just here to get a message. I don't even have to understand that. I just gotta say what the Holy Spirit said. So, is there anything else, Holy Spirit? He said en route, even en route. I don't even know what that means. Um, anything else, Holy Spirit? No, not for this video. That's it. So I'm on to the next video. On to the next one. I'll see you in that one. All right, bye guys.